I have recently taken a look back at some of my old videos that I've made over the last 2 years or so, and one thing that's really struck me is how I tend to come across as a bit of a displeasing soul. I make a lot of presentations about my negative thoughts towards certain games, practices, shows. My voice tone sounds quite concerning. However, I could probably do without the super cool flashy visuals that I know are just there to over-exaggerate the entire experience that I potentially could be buying into. And that's not even getting into what I'm like when the mic is switched off. So since it being the first video of the new year, I thought let's just chuck all that shit right out the window and let's try and stay on the nice list. Our topic today is Hunt Showdown, a game created by Crytek, the makers of games such as the first Far Cry, Warface, Son of Rome, and the Crysis series, just to name a few. That's a pretty healthy track record, and they've definitely maintained that consistency in their latest release. So what kind of tone could you expect from Hunt Showdown? Well, that gets answered as soon as you load up the game. Like, since when is there some kind of tension being built up in a main menu? Hunt Showdown primarily in its PvE/PvP bounty hunt mode. Forget that quick play mode, haven't played it, don't care. So the premise of Bounty Hunt is to gather up clues scattered around this large map to eventually locate an NPC boss, which you must then defeat and then extract its bounty to an extraction zone. Sometimes there'll be one of these in a game and sometimes there'll be two. There will be up to 12 players max in each server in teams of 1, 2 or 3. Also, you're probably thinking, this is another battle royale. No, you need to be put in the chair, and you should be while your parents watch with joy. Oh, so it's a big map and it's only one life, so it must be another BR cash grab. No, if we're going by that logic, Search and Destroy from Call of Duty is a battle royale. Rainbow Six Siege is a battle royale. Life in general is a battle royale. Think about it. Now, the most unique feature about this game are the sound bites. Audio is going to be your best friend, and if you're not careful, your worst enemy. There are groups of crows around the map that will fly off if you get too close. There's shatters of glass lingering about, hanging chains. There's all these different NPC AIs that all have unique weaknesses. If you're super unlucky, they might even run up to you in the middle of a fight. So the atmosphere is very eerie. Unusual noises come without warning. You'll just be strolling about like usual, and then you'll hear Now, the gunplay is a double-edged sword, with a controller at least. It's clunky at times. Your mantles sometimes won't even connect, and setting your sensitivity right is a game on its own. Some might be off-put by that style. Having to basically stop moving to get an accurate shot off, and being stealthy is vital. That's the way to go. If you're going into it with the same intention as someone who has .tv at the end of their username, you're going to get f***ed. Now, on the other side of that, this often clumsy feel to the game makes the gunfight encounters that much more enthralling. There's no vibes of twitch shooters, you bide your time, there's plenty of tiny little holes in buildings you can use for vantage points. Getting kills in almost every other shooter doesn't compare because I just feel like I was quicker to the trigger most of the time. In Hunt, you still, get your occasional bang 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 dead fight, but often there's ones that will last minutes. Like here, my teammate has been knocked by this guy on the second floor. He hasn't seen me yet. I miss because I'm a spastic. And then the enemy gets a shot off on me, which then gives him the upper hand. I decide to bail it, start again, and because we're talking my luck here, two AIs chased me the whole way, forcing me to engage them, leaving me vulnerable for about 10 seconds. I run down this little walkway underneath a building, and by now the enemy player has revived his buddy, who we had killed just a bit earlier. I walk up the stairs, one down. I then shoot the explosive barrel right by his body to draw the remaining enemy towards this side, and at that moment I make a dash to the left side underneath. The barrel goes off, and it might have suppressed my footsteps as I ran underneath. I keep an eye out, and
yes! Let's fucking go, Jordan!
And that, in a nutshell, is your average Modest Pelican commentary, as well as, you know, the kind of gunfights you can experience in Hunt Showdown. Now, in terms of customization, you will choose a loadout at the start of each game. Again, not a battle royale. And after each game, depending on how well you performed, you earn upgrade points, which allow you to equip perks like longer stamina, carry extra gadgets, make your footsteps quieter, and my personal favourite, fanning, which can turn your jumpy, slow chain pistol into Clint Eastwood's bitch. But after you pass, I believe, rank 16, if you die in a match, you will lose that hunter for good, and only retrieve half of the XP that you earned. All your perks, your loadout will be lost, and you'll have to start again, or work with another one you've selected. Now, I must admit, the progression is very tedious. You are obtaining a steady flow of new stuff, but it's just drips. Now, going back to the gameplay for a second, a piece of advice I can pass on to anyone who's coming to this game fresh is expect anything. I've had enough bad experiences since this game was on the game preview program to learn the hard way. You'll get teams that will camp the extract zone or the boss locations. You'll run in ready to kill one of these bounties, and there'll just be a team sitting in the dark corner. Oh shit! Oh good, he's reviving his buddy, staying in the fight, as always, good on him. Except no, there's a guy literally above waiting for the revive so he can gain an extra kill. That is streamer and YouTuber Psycho Ghost. He's a decent player, but he's a horrible bloke. I know everyone's going to be like, oh, he's doing it for the memes. No, shut up. I have died to so many BS players in my time since this game has been out on game preview, and even though he's on a different platform, I can now put a face to all that frustration. I mean, look at him. Look at him. So against all my friends' advice, Psycho Ghost, I am calling you out. Mach es für Deutschland. Für die Leute. Das dritte Mal uns in Sieg. Oh no. The flow of a match can change gears real quick. I mean, here we are fighting Spider, and by now I think we've killed at least 6 hunters at this point. And, oh wait, I'm doing that again. We waited outside for a few little minutes, just to see if we could hear any audio cues in the distance to reassure that we're the only ones left. We're fighting a spider, and probably I should just go out and heal a little bit and...
If anyone ever uses the excuse, it's just a game, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Remember, if you are stalking another team who is unaware of your presence, you should probably choose your moves very carefully. I mean, you could have half the towel on the sunbed if you knock one of them before they even notice.
Jetty. Jetty.
I haven't really got much else to say about it, really. I mean, this, to me, just feels like a much more unique experience. Despite, you know, the concept being far from original, it's just the gameplay flow and the dynamic features that shape each match. It just adds a different layer of decision making that I can't really think of other games that oblige that. Before I end this video, I just want to give a quick thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos for the last few years. I figured that just because it's the first video of a new year, I'd take this opportunity to just express how grateful I am for you guys watching my videos, and I don't often do that. I've made some tech upgrades. I have bought myself a new capture card, and I'm now using Adobe Premiere Pro for my editing. So expect the videos to have a little bit better quality than they did before. So I'm also going to be doing some experiments with the channel, trying a few new things. Obviously none of those things happened in this video, but I plan to put a few twists on my content, which you will get to see very soon. I plan to actually do that in my next video, which is going to be on Halo Infinite, which I'm really excited to talk about. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to an old friend of mine called Max Rank. We used to make videos quite often alongside each other back in 2017, and he's had a long hiatus, let's say. But as of recent, he's decided to pick up the gig again and come back making videos. He hasn't obviously uploaded yet, but I figured just because of the memories that we have together, I thought I would just shout him out for his triumphant return, if you like. So be sure to check him out. Again, thank you very much for watching the video. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to just watch my little videos that I make. I enjoy making them, and hopefully, because I'm the catalyst for inconsistent uploaders at this point, I'll try and change that. There's no promises. I do have a lot of personal stuff to balance between that. So anyway, hope for a better year. Let's all go for it, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.